This has Grizzly fans very concerned. Sunday afternoon, Memphis suffered the worst playoff loss in franchise history, a 51-point blowout against the OKC Thunder in game one of the first round of the playoffs. Yes, we got beat by 51 points. I'm talking absolutely destroyed, but let's not be so pessimistic because inside the locker room, the vibe wasn't doom and gloom. Coaches and players alike kept the same message. One game does not define us. Jaren Jackson Jr. even gave out a few examples and being encouraging to rookies like Zach Edey about when he had his first playoff series. Memphis won game one, but still went on to lose 4 straight. And Desmond also reminded everyone how they dropped game one against Minnesota a few years back, but they turned around and took on the next 4 games of that 5. And players know it's definitely a uphill battle against OKC, but they are not panicking. And here's a quote from Desmond Bane. Desmond said, "At the end of the day, it's just one game. If we lose by 50 or if we lose on the buzzer beater, the series is still 1-0. Not the result we wanted for sure, but we still got a good opportunity to get one on the road in the next 2 days." And it was also the same tone coming from Coach Isalo, where he said there's an old saying that a playoff series doesn't start before there's a road win. You're expected to defend your home court. We'll be better in the next game. So as you can see, they're definitely keeping hope alive. The vibe is good, and us Grizzly fans should not be so panicky. And you also have Ja Morant, and he had a tough shooting night, but he still was confident. He tied for the team lead with 17 points on 6 of 17 shooting, but he said he liked the looks he was getting, and his focus going into game 2 is definitely defense, energy, and intensity. And then Ja also said, "We'll never play that bad again." And honestly, I believe him because, that's Ja. Call 12. He's going to keep his word on it. And Scottie Pippen Jr., he's been huge for us this year. He had a really off night, finishing 1 for 9 from the field with just 2 points, but he kept it real afterwards. He said he felt like he was just out of rhythm, out of his flow, but he'll definitely be ready for the next game. And you have to love the accountability he took. Jaren Jackson Jr. also owned it after a rough showing with just 4 points on 2 for 13 shooting. He said he's planning to watch the entire game, watching that film and really figuring out how to adjust and make a better impact for the rest of the series. Jaren also told reporters, "I'm going to figure out how to play better, get myself involved, and get myself in the series. Then I'll be good." And another big issue for Memphis were turnovers. Turnovers was a killer. I mean, Memphis, we turned the ball over 24 times, leading to 24 OKC points. And, our coach made it plain and simple. It's hard to play worse than this. So, translation, game 2, the adjustment is obvious. Take care of the ball. Now, if you're looking for a bright spot, Marvin Bagley, he gave us one. He gave us a good game. He tied Ja with the team high 17 points and went on a perfect 8 for 8 from field. And coach praised Bagley's growth after being thrown into a bigger backup minutes following Brandon Clark's injury. So yeah, it definitely was a rough day, but it's one game and the response is coming. And speaking of positives, how about this? You have Jaylen Wells, our rookie. He has been named a finalist for the NBA Rookie of the Year award. Wells is up there with Stephen Castle, Stephon Castle, from the Spurs. And I'm sorry, that's definitely a tongue twister. From the Hawks right there. And check this out. Wells was picked 39th overall in the 2024 draft. Of the 3 finalists, he was drafted the lowest, meaning he earned his spot through pure grind and production, dedication. And With all the injuries this season, Wells stepped up, earned a starting role, and became a key piece for the Grizzlies. And he averaged 10.4 points per game, shot 35.2% from the three, and took on the challenge of guarding the opponent's best perimeter players most nights. And he was definitely tough. He had that grit, that grind that we love here at Memphis. He played the first 79 games before that wrist injury that ended his season, unfortunately. And in Grizzlies history, only Morant and Paul Gasol have ever won Rookie of the Year, and they were both top 3 picks. So even if Wells doesn't win it, he's a lock to make one of the 2 NBA All-Rookie teams, joining greats like Desmond, Jaren Jackson Jr, Marvin Bagley III, and G.G. Jackson. So Grizz gang, definitely was a rough start to the series, but it's a long series and we have young stars making noise for the future. Game 2 is gonna be Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. on TNT, and you better believe this team will come out swinging. Thanks for tuning in to Grizzlies Digest. It's me, your host, Maia McCoy, and like today's breakdown, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for me. As always, go Grizz.